The 2010 Constitution couldn't have come at a better time when development in many parts of the country remained elusive as Kenyans grappled with high poverty index. The birth of devolution has led to continuous transformation and development outlook for the country wholesomely. The largest room in the world is room for improvement, goes the adage. To progressively enforce accountability and provide a platform where the public can give their feedback and register their complaints, the Institute of Social Accountability has partnered with County Government of Vihiga to establish grievances redress mechanism committees across the county.
So in the process of us telling people about certain programs that they're entitled to, like Inua Jamii, like the subsidized fertilizer program. So that's where we realized that citizens have grievances, and those grievances, there was no clear mechanisms on how those grievances are supposed to be handled from the ward level to the county level. But when we sat down and thought of how do we make this thing sustainable without the right to food ambassadors, without TISA in place, one key was the answer, that we tried to link the citizens directly to the county government. We have an office in Nairobi, we have an office in Vihiga County. We've just launched it last week on Friday. And here in Vihiga County, we are also implementing a program called Strengthening Rural Governance for the Right to Adequate Food, where we go around sensitizing communities about their right and how best fit the government can come to support the right holders to provide food on their tables.
Okay.
The grievances redress mechanism committees are anchored in the Civic Engagement and Public Participation Directorate under the Department of Public Service Management and ICT.
The county level GRM committee is supposed to be chaired by the county secretary, but it is composed of GRM focal people from all the departments, the level of director. So, because we expect that particular GRM focal person from each department becomes the chairman of the GRM committees at the department, because they will be able to receive people's complaints, give the feedback, and if they fail to give the feedback, they now bring them to the county GRM committee for deliberation and research, seeking responses so that we give the feedback.
Again, at the sub-county level, the sub-county administrator was conceived to be the chairperson of a committee that was supposed to have all departmental heads at the sub-county level, which then was referred to as the sub-county GRM committee. Then later to the ward and to the village.
Vihiga is the first county to have GRM guidelines that will bridge the engagement gap between the county leadership and Mwananchi. According to the Directorate of Public Participation, all the relevant stakeholders were involved in coming up with the guidelines, and that the multisectoral composition of the committees grants the public privilege to get quicker and better solutions in spite of whether the complaint registered falls under the county or the national government.
People can ask you questions about insecurity, for example, and that duty or role is for the national government. And that's why in that particular sub-county committee, we have the DCC as a member, because the people of Vihiga or community cannot differentiate the national government and the county government.
One of the key messages that ran across all the 5 sub-counties was grievance needs to be handled where the officer is. If you try to escalate grievance from ward to sub-county, it takes a lot of time. They need to check also themselves internally. How are we handling grievances internally? Staff issues, recruitment, promotions, all those things. How are staff motivated to do their work?
We scored the importance of our member of county assemblies, and we brought them at one point, and we took them through that particular document, and they gave their input.
Vihiga's executive wing of government has made tremendous strides when it comes to feedback structures.
Habari ya asubuhi, naitwa Dorothy kutoka kituo cha simu cha Vihiga. Naongea na nani mwenzangu?
As we speak, A 24/7 active call center has been set up by the county headquarters in Mbale, where Mwananchi calls and makes inquiries. The call center's toll-free number is 0800723938.
We receive your call, we handle your issue. After we have handled your issue with this, we forward to the relevant person concerned. If it's the waziri, if it's the chief officer, if it's a health issue that concerning Vihiga or any hospital in the county, we handle it that way. We usually have around 20 calls per day. So per week, that is 7 days, that is for 24 hours, 20 calls. And remember, it is a toll-free number, meaning it is free.
Yani mubashara kwenye 105.0 Vihiga FM.
Additionally, the county government, through its radio station 105.0 Vihiga FM, hosts county officials who engage with Mwananchi oftenly.
As a county, we are among the few counties in Kenya, in fact we might be the only one, where national government does not have an act on public participation and civic engagement. Ours, we are one we call Vihiga County Public Participation and Civic Engagement Act 2020. That act does not have clear issues on GRM, but we need to amend that act to accommodate issues around the GRM.
Conversation has now emerged regarding drafting and developing what we refer to as the grievance, redress and management policy. And moving forward, just to anchor it in our framework and structure, this policy is quite very urgent. Urgent in the sense that how and then do you facilitate the activities and functions of grievance, redress and management? Because without a policy, it becomes quite very tricky to even have a budget line that will deal with issues and matters that touch on GRM.
The sub-county administrators are in charge of the sub-county GRM committees, and as they continue sensitizing the public about their existence, to them, they are vital in addressing Mwananchi's problems at the grassroots level.
It is actually the best way of addressing Mwananchi's grievances, because when devolution started at this county, citizens would troop to the headquarters just to come and register their grievances. So you would come to the headquarters and find people teeming all over the offices, the parking space. They have just come to register their grievances. But now, devolution has assisted us so that we can now devolve this grievance redress mechanism to the lowest level of administration.
Tulikuwa na issue ya kuvurugwa dhidi ya malicense na masaa ya kukunywa na kufanya biashara yao. Kwa hivyo vile hiyo malalamishi linifikia, niliitisha mkutano kati ya OCS wa Madete, sub-county administrator Bwana Mwashi, business stakeholders na wengine wenye walihusika kwa hiyo maneno ya biashara. Tukaongea na mwishowe tulipata suluhisho.
One case that I experienced recently was the fencing of the Hamisi Sports Ground. The works were not well done at the initial stages. The citizens complained to me. I had to go to the ground to meet the contractor who is doing the work as a result of the complaint. And I handled this with the contractor. I handled this with the chief officer. It was corrected, and currently we have a very good stadium that has been fenced.
However, many Vihiga residents are yet to comprehend more about the GRM committees.
Jotu ni moja iko huku. Sasa tukitoka hapa mpaka huko juu posta, ndio tunagonga na choo.
Kwa county government, kwa ile officers hapa nilikuwa nataka wanisaidie mambo na birth certificate ya mtoto. Lakini huduma ilikuwa tu mzuri sababu nilikuwa na stakabadhi ambazo zilikuwa ziko sawa.
Vihiga Governor Dr. Wilbur Otichilo has been at the forefront in advocating for citizen engagement towards sustainable development.
Waachie wajukuu yao. Sasa kuna gombana nao.
Mnagombana?
Kama hapana letea mimi maji. Naanza kugombana. Na sasa nasema ni hasara.
Njia ililimwa, wakati ililimwa wakaweka alamu
Katika hiyo lamu tunaona magari hata zingine hatujui zinatoka wapi, zinapita zikienda Kigama, zikienda Mudete, hata wateja kutoka mbalimbali kwa sababu ya barabara. Saa ingine ninakuwa na miwa, nakuwa na mandizi, gari zinasimama kama zenye zimesimama hizi, wanakuja wananunua vitu zangu. Sasa hiyo tena ni maendeleo yenye tumepata kwa county.
Therefore, Vihiga residents are urged to feel free to visit county headquarter offices in Mbale, the sub-county administrators' offices, or call the toll-free number for any feedback or inquiries.
We appreciate the partners who have supported us. It has not been easy. They have funded us, they've been with us, they participated. We helped us even have people from outside to give contribution to the toolkit, which we have developed. So we want to appreciate them.
Do you intend to extend this initiative to other counties as TISA?
Yes. I think one of the things I want to call upon Vihiga County Government, they stand a chance to model Vihiga County Government to be a county government that is seen to be very progressive on matters of grievance redress mechanisms.
Complaints are not supposed to be taken to be negative. Complaints are supposed to enrich us in terms of service delivered to the people.
Wananchi, we have trust in this government. We are here to work for you, and we are saying that this toolkit we are developing, and we are talking about e-participation, we'll put it online. You can also input your issues wherever you are, and we'll be able to act on them.
There is no doubt that GRM committees are going to be a game plan changer in improving engagement between the county government of Vihiga and the public. This will bolster Mwananchi's trust and confidence in county leadership and also help solve the shared problem. As they say, a problem shared is half solved.